Hello everyone, and welcome to one of my other video review. Today I just received the Toyworld Evila Star, which is a third party of a Astrotrain. One of my favorite toy when I was a kid. I still have the G1 and anyway, I'm a big fan of the Astrotrain, and I gotta say this figure, it's an amazing piece of art. The engineering for the transformation is insane. Like, you'll see it when I did a review, but it's just insane. And let's start right off with the box. Side we have the shuttle view and the train view. I love the look. The train is old school. I love it. The shuttle is great. There's a little bit too much purple for my taste on the sides, but it's how they had to do it to get the colors right in robot and train and shuttle mode. It's excusable. It's okay. I don't mind. On the back, we can see like the robot mode, shuttle mode, and the train. And on the other side, we see some art, which is the side on the front. On the underside, there's some Japanese stuff that I can't really read. And on top, there's Toyworld name. And yeah. So let's open this box. And opening the box, we have the instruction. Now the instructions are horrendous. They're so bad. I think the instruction just mixed me up more than just doing the transformation all by myself. I figured some stuff that the instruction doesn't even mention anything. There's a whole lots of stuff that are completely missing. These instructions are pure garbage. They're gonna just mess you up and all. Also inside there's a nice card. It's all plastic. There's a plastic covering that you can just tear and have the card. You can see some specs. There's just a nice plastic card. And inside we have styrofoam. How long has it been since we've seen some actual styrofoam in our Transformers? So first we just remove the top of the styrofoam, set this on the side, and inside we have the Astrotrain in train mode, and we have two guns, and inside of here we have, just shoved it inside, in there, there's a tiny bag. The tiny bag has the visor, because you can put some visor or glasses on the face of the of Astrotrain, and some plugs to cover up some screws. I haven't installed it yet, but yeah, I'm gonna do it soon. So, and here's it. So we're gonna set. There's nothing else underneath the styrofoam. There's absolutely nothing. So, So just a quick look at the guns. They're amazing. There's lots of details. There's some black here, some metallic red over here. The guns are all purple. There's two of them, which is nice. And here's the good stuff. The train. It comes back in train mode. First, you just move down the, a cow catcher. Just move it down, and you have the train mode already done. It's a nice figure. Let's start with the plastic quality. I don't know if you've got all the other Toyworld toys. All the toys have the same particular plastic quality. It doesn't feel as if it's the same at all. It feels a bit cheaper. It's not. I'm not saying that it's not good. It's actually pretty damn good plastic quality, but it's not at the standards of the usual Toyworld toys. All the other ones that I have, the Throttlebots, all three of them, Orion and the Hegemon, all of those I have the same plastic quality, which is amazing. It's really great. And this one feels a bit cheaper, but it's all because the plastic has to be thinner. The transformation is absolutely insane. And there's lots of panels to move around. And all those panels are really thin. And the plastic has to compensate somewhere. So, yeah. You can see the wheels moving, which is... it's just great, man. I love this. on both sides, of course. The wheels goes really nice. Obviously, it doesn't roll that much on the wood table, but still, this is really freaking nice. Train mode is really nice. How about we just go with the less good stuff? I don't like the white over here. You could just flip it over and it remains black, but you can see some white over on top, and the pointy end just goes over the window and kind of looks ugly. It just looks weird having a white triangle over there. It's okay. There's also the panels over here. Kind of look weird having the black and white gray over here, but okay, it's excusable. And finally, the panels over here. Nothing pegs onto them. They're supposed to be like this, but yeah, as soon as you release them, they kind of unsquish themselves and leave a small gap. It's okay, considering all the moving parts from the transformation. It's just wow. Otherwise, this thing is great. Underneath, we can see some parts from the shuttles, the wings, reactors. But yeah, and so finally, my only dregs are the wheels over here. There's some tiny wheels. Well, not those, but there's tiny wheels that rolls here, and those tiny wheels that rolls underneath. First of all, they are really freaking tight and doesn't roll at all. This one is a little bit looser, but still. But the main problem is when you put it on the table, the wheels just pops out. There's nothing holding it, just like, boop, and they squished. It's not a big problem. You can store them and make it look like a real locomotive. It's okay, but still. Alright, now for the good part. Transformation. Let's do transformation into a shuttle first. Bear with me, it's going to be a long video. There's a lot of complicated parts to move around. I've been playing with it for all day, and there's still stuff that I have trouble with. Like I said, the instructions are horrendous. Like, they mix me up more than anything. So, yeah. So first off, you just raise the cow catcher up and unplug the front. Now, another really cool thing. This is the reactors for the shuttle mode. Ooh, and we see his face. They're on the spring, which is freaking cool. So when you transform, like, you just squeeze them off like this and plug it in, which is cool. But I just thought, amazing reactor transformation. So alright, so unplug the front of the train and pull that. So you have a gap over here, and twist it around and push it back in. So this is going to be the reactor, but don't push it back. Don't plug it back in front right now. Next up, you want to unpeg the bar that connects the three wheels from the last wheel. It's really hard. The peg is incredibly tight. So what you're going to do is move the bar away like that, and you move the wheel up like this. Do the same thing for the other side. Move this like that. I'll unpeg the bar and raise the wheel over there like this. Next up, you want to unpeg the wings, and be careful with the back of the wheels here. There's a tiny peg right here. When you move it, the wings get stuck on it. So you have to push it down a little bit and open it like this. Do the same thing for the other side. Move the wheels like 90 degrees like this, and just move the wings around the peg right here. Alright, now we have the wings opened up. Oh, be careful when you unplug the wheels from this. You can unpeg also the other ones, like mine just unpegged. It's not a big deal, but Next up, close the wheels down, like so. Wings a little bit down. Open up this, and split the legs in half. As you split them in half, move the wings back up, like this. So move the wings up. This is going to give you some clearance. Move the side panels over here, over like this. This is also for clearance. And what you want to do is mix those panels down, down, again for clearance. Turn the figure around and lift those panels up like this. There's a lot of panels moving. Get ready for this. Alright, so now the legs are unpegged. Move those panels. Sorry, just split on it. Move those panels down like this and twist the whole waist like this. Be careful, there's some clearance issue, but it's not a big deal, but just be careful in case, because it's still an expensive figure, and we don't want to break it. Alright, next up you want to spin the legs again around, just like this, at the bottom of the knee. And flip the whole thing down. Lift those black panels up and close them. And just set them on the side for now. Next up, you open up those sides like this. And I'm going to open this up. You push these panels on the side like this, which rotates. And as you do it, you open the nose cone up like this. And you can close the side panels back. It's really weird. At first I had lots of problem. There was a lot of clearance issues. Right there, the pins, there's a lot of clearance issue in there. It's when you don't know how to rotate those things, it's kind of weird, but you get used to it. Do the same thing for the other side, so you push inside. I don't like the clicking sound. It feels as if some parts is stressing, but it's not. Trust me. And then you close the nose cone back up. Alright, next up you can peg the whole cockpit together. It's gonna be complicated, I tell you. There's lots of panels moving. Lots of stuff that doesn't want to cooperate. But you're gonna get it. Alright. And we're almost done in shuttle mode. You close those panels up. Like so. Well, you just peg them together first. And you can see some pegs over here on the tabs here. They gonna slot inside of the panel, so you move it underneath like so, and then they're gonna peg inside. Don't worry about the panel lining for now, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff moving, and you can just adjust everything later on. Next up, move those panels side to side like this, and peg those together like so. Make sure that those panels are also pegged together, because these panels just collapse within themselves. So just be careful as you peg them down. Next up, you want to move those up like this, and move those down there. Peg those. Move this like this. Close the panel over here, which was for clearance that we have opened them. And again on the other side, like so. And these panels close, like I said, be really careful with those. You close them back. There's some tiny pegs right here that you peg those in. Make sure they're on both sides. And finally, we're back at the wings. You unfold the tip right here. And the other side too. And now comes the really painful part. This was absolutely not in the instructions. It was hell to maneuver. First off, you open those like this. None of this is in the instructions. Then you have to remove this part, like flip it down, but there's absolutely nothing to hold, to give you a hold. So I'm going to use a knife. See? Sorry about this. So you flip this part down. Then you can see inside, there's the tail fin. How do you get out of it? The push tail fin out. I had no idea at all. Nothing in the instruction helped. One way is flip those down. Just flip those open. Unpeg the top here, and the torso opens up. Now you can see part of the tail fin is right here. So you just flip it down, and then you have the tail fin opening up like this. So you want to, what you want to do is pull the tail fin and slide it in the back, which is really hard to do at first. But like I said, you pull it back, and as you pull it back, there's a tab. This goes over here, so you need to slide it up like this. You can see the peg goes over, and then you close this back down like this. Alright, and now you close the whole thing. Oh wait, another thing another thing that is not in the instruction, in here, there's some black bars right here on both sides. Those you need to rotate like this. This kind of moves the wings a bit down, and also gives lots of clearing issues. It doesn't seems as much, but it's really important that you do this. And then you close the whole thing back. It's hard. Move the wings down a little bit to help you. And make sure that there's two holes right here, and there's two pegs right there. Make sure that those fits in perfectly, like this. Alright, so now you can close those, and then we just close everything that we've opened up. Close those panels. Everything's gonna pop out. Don't worry about it right now. Close those up. Again, those like this. And now you move. Alright, right. Now you can bring the whole assembly up. As you can see, there is a sliding hole right here, and you have to slide it with the tail fin. So you adjust it in, and you peg it in. So now you have the reactors hooked on. And finally, you just slide the wings up. You can see here another sliding hole, which you slide the wing ends. This is going to hold the wing. So it's really important to do that part. You just slide it back in. Alright. And just in front of you here, there's some tiny pegs. You just peg them in. It's real and simple. There's a tiny peg here, and peg the wing in. And there we have the shuttle mold. Now all you have to do is make sure that all the panels are all lined up properly and looks good. Like this. Now, there's one big problem that everyone's pointing out is those sticks that holds the wheels together. You can leave them out. It kind of looks like laser guns and stuff. Kind of looks okay, if you ask me. But what I like to do is just store them like this in diagonal. This way they kind of hold much better. So there we have the shuttle mode. Like I said, there's lots of panel lining. That's my only gripe with the shuttle mode. It looks amazing, but like I said, there's lots of panel, and all these panels kind of don't seem to like to peg inside of each other. It still looks good. I love it, but oh, I forgot. If you want to, you have to split those open like this, and then you can pop out the wheels, lining wheels, and then you close those back. And on the wings, you have tiny wheels right here, and you can, like this. And yeah, like I said, some panels do have lots of problem holding in. it's just about filling. Yeah. So there we have the shuttle mode. Now the pistols, well, the cannons, in the instruction they shows you to lift these panels up like this, which is wheels, and to peg them inside. But for some reason, they don't all at all. At all. Shame, but personally, I never liked pegging huge weapon on vehicle modes. Weapons are only for robot modes. But if you want, there's still some holes right here. Those pegs in right. So you can still have some cannons on your shuttle. It won't be able to land much, but you can peg the guns in shuttle mode. So there we have it. Like I said, shuttle mode is great. I'm not a huge fan of the purple on the side. It still looks really good. I love it. But, yeah, the panel landing is just hell. It's hell to try to fix all these panel ups. So if you don't mind all the panel lining and stuff that doesn't, want to hold together too much, like mine holds a lot, but you can see here this panel, it's supposed to peg this inside of here, but it goes in, but it's loose, so it doesn't feel too, it doesn't feel like too solid. But yeah, it's still a really great shuttle mode. Yeah. Otherwise, there's not much else to talk about it. Moving on to transformation of the robot mode. Robot mode is a lot simpler. It's just unpegging and unhinging all the panels, and yeah, that's pretty much it. First up, move those down, flip those up. I'm gonna start with the legs. Move those like this. Now, make sure the bar that holds the wheels goes over it. This way they hold much more solidly. I don't know why, but so you just move this around and then you just bring it over it, and then holds the bar really solidly. Right, continuing with the legs, flip those panels down, flip those down, split those up and move them on a side, close the landing gear, and split the legs open. Next up, you flip the foot down like this. Just bring the nose cone and you flip it that way. That little red piece, you flip it down completely like this. It's gonna hold the foot and gives it much more stability. Then you open this up like this, and you open up the foot like this. Do the same thing on your side. So break the nose cone, bring the nose cone down, flip the heel, the front of the foot. Be careful with this part right here. So a piece that goes over the foot. Mine is incredibly loose. Not that it flips, but it unhinged really easy. I don't know why. Maybe it's the peg that aren't deep enough, but it goes like really, it pegs off really easily. Next up, you want to open up the foot. You're gonna need lots of fingernails for this. Mine is really hard. Well, that foot, I'm gonna just use a knife to help me with this. And I'm having more problem than I should. Alright, like this. Now you have the feet done. Oh wait, you have to flip the red part down, like so. Alright, next up, you want to bring those down, and as you can see, there's some tiny peg here and a hole there. Peg the black part on the bottom of the foot, well, the legs. Do the same thing on the other side, like so. And next up, you want to rotate this. Well, first there's, between the purple and the white, there's a peg from the white inside of the purple. You want to unhinge this. You see, there's a crack now. And turn this part around like this. So you have the train wheel on the back of the leg. Do the same thing on the other side. It's not that hard, but again, this part is completely left out of the instruction. Move those down, move those down. Now you can see there's a gap between those two. Notice there's a peg hole here, and the peg from the white of the leg. You just slide the leg back inside of the hole of the purple part, like this. This brings the leg back, and it centers the figure a whole lot more. So you do the same thing on the other side. Move this like so. And as you bring the panels down, they're going to cover the head right here. So you move those down. Next up, you want to just underneath, just over the knee, you rotate the leg, the knee, and you bring the leg again up front. So you just basically you just rotate that part. So you just flip it like this. Hope it was clear enough on camera. And we have the legs pretty much done. Alright, next up, you want to move the wings down. This is only for clearance issue again. So move the wings down. You can bring on them back a little bit. Oh no, wait, you have to lift those up, those panels. And as you lift them up, you want to lift this up and bring it over. Now there's some holes right here, and you're going to peg those inside. So you move this around like this, and you peg this piece over like so. So it gives a tiny backpack, but alright, next you unpeg the reactors and just set it right now like this. Now you want to open those panel up and just leave them on the side right now. You're going to move them back again some more later. Now you flip this down, the pointy end, you rotate it back down, and you close it back inside of the stomach. Again, it's going to be a pain to take it out, but it has to go in. And then you raise the tail fin down, and you peg the underneath of the wing, the tail fin here, inside here. So peg it just inside. Next up, you want to unpeg those both holes like so, and open up the torso in half. Again, you want to flip those wings, not the wings, but the black panels in here. They're open up like this. Nothing again talks about these inside the instruction, so you just move those around like this. Now you're gonna notice, I don't know if you can see it, but right here you can close those panels down, and you flip this back. It's gonna be hard to see, but this accordion's inside. So it was like this, and you bring it down like this. It's really hard to see. And again, that thing in the instruction talks about this. Now you can, oops, I just lifted it again, so you just accordion it inside. Now you're gonna see this piece. You just accordion the back of the shuttle like this. So there's a tiny hole here, and like so. Alright, now you're gonna remove those panels back in front. You don't have to close them. It's just to clear the arms open. So you open up the arms like this. Those are gonna be the shoulders, so you just move the shoulder parts up. And then you flip the head open. Now you're gonna see the panel attached to the back of the neck. You just flip it over like so. So it holds on top here. Now as you close as you close the torso, you're gonna try and plug the pointy edge of those and the flat panel inside here, and there's two tiny holes in here. So you just close the whole thing inside like so. It's really a pain to do. It's really complicated. Alright. move the wings back up, close this in, oops, sorry, alright, so it holds now. Now you want to just raise the arm up, and then those panels that you've opened and closed so many times, you bring them back, which is going to cover the inside here. Move them back, and you're going to see there's a peg here and a hole there. You just peg those panel ends. Like so. It fills up the gap inside right here, which looks really nice. Alright. Oh wait, those. Make sure that the pegs right here goes inside of the hole, otherwise the whole torso is not gonna hold much. Then you peg the whole thing down. Alright, now it's holding. I knew I forgot something. So, fix the head. As for the arms, you rotate them on the side, so the purple part is on the side. Open the panel right there. And open up this panel here, and there's a gray part right here, and you push with your finger. This is gonna pop the hand inside. It's really freaking tight, so you really need to push this out. And then you close the white panel down, and close the purple one again. And then you rotate to the fist. And we're almost done. Do the same thing on the other side. Move this. Push in like this. It's really hard. The joint is tight as hell. I'm afraid I'm gonna break all my fingernails on this figure. Alright, like I said, it's incredibly tight. Rotate the fist, close the panel, and we're pretty much done. Close this up. This, and finally you just open up the chest, and we're done. Yay. Sorry for this. Now, there's a lots of articulation of this guy. The hands do open just the fingers to hold the gun. There's some elbow joint right there. The hand does swivel from before transformation. The arm swivel, shoulder, rotation all the way right here, but they kind of knock. There's some clearance issue with the chest fin and the back wings, but one thing I'm not too sure about, well, on the shoulder they kind of open. It gives a lot more of a range of motion, but I'm not too sure. Those panels just doesn't peg anywhere at all. Kind of disappointing, but it's not a bad point. It's like I said, it gives some range of movement, but yeah. The wings kind of flops a little bit. They're not loose, but as you can see, they don't peg anywhere, I guess. There's some waist articulation, not too much, because there's some clearance issue when all the backpack is down. You do have some legs movement, like this. Sorry. Some swivel just underneath the knee. The knee goes about 90 degrees. There's some foot swivel there, and some swivel right there. The foot can move here. Again, same thing. The articulation is great, so we have lots of pose. He can hold his gun, obviously. The guns do hold great. Like shoot. And he is an awesome figure. I really love this guy. There's lots of details on him. The gears, metallic pistons, and I don't know, it's just amazing. I love this figure. Size comparison. Yeah, I got right here one of the throttle box. which is one is the Aurora, I think, which is waist high. Like I said, it's a Toyworld also. Like I said, the plastic quality feels completely different, but this one feels like the plastic is thinner. Not cheaper, but thinner. Another side comparison, his buddy, Blitzwing. He's a little bit taller, but kind of feel like they belong together. I like that. There's some rumors that there's gonna be a third-party Blitzwing, and I can't wait for him because he's also one of my favorite. Another comparison is the G1. This is my original from my childhood. My G1 Astrotrain. And here is world's smallest Astrotrain. Yeah. There's a big size comparison, huh? The world's smallest has the same colors of the Toon, I think, cartoons. And he's also the same colors the DX9 figure went with. Kind of like it, but to me, those are the ones. Those are the ones. This was the one I played when I was a kid, and it's amazing. I freaking love Astrotrain, and this is a really good rendition of the most current Astrotrain done, which I love. Alright, how about we try the visor on now? So here's the little bag that comes with the, inside of the box. And inside we're gonna grab the visor and see how it looks and how it attaches. Solid. If I can take it out of the bag first. It's really freaking tiny. I don't want to break it either, so. Alright, so here's the visor. It's really freaking tiny. And I have no idea how to put it. So let's just. Alright, move the guns. Set those aside. And let's try to put the visor on. Guessing this is how it goes. It doesn't seem to. It seems to hold pretty much. So here's the face. So obviously the head is on a ball joint, so there's a lot of motion. There's appears to be light piping, but doesn't seem to be working all that well. It's okay. So yeah. So what we're left to do is turn him back into a train. Alright, so yeah, let's turn him back into a train. I'm gonna remove the G1 and World's Smallest Toys Astrotrain G1, and we're gonna start with turning him back into a train. Alright, so first I like to start with the feet. Close those back inside of the cockpit nose. Flip those up. Turn those around. Oops. Like I said, that piece just keeps on popping off. I don't know if it's the pegs right here. It's not a big deal really, but they keep popping off. So I think I put it back way. That's how you do it. Alright, so close this inside. Oh, before you close it back, there is a tiny peg right here. You need to flip this one. This is going to be the peg that goes inside of the peg hole on the other side when you close the nose cone. So, alright, close this up. Open this. Open this. And you gotta, forgot to close the tiny red flap here. So yeah, you're gonna close the nose cone inside, accordion it inside. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure to close it like this, then inside like this. Then let's go close itself. Next up, you want to take this flap, open it up, and bring it up like this. It's not gonna tab anywhere, but it kind of holds it here with the, well, yeah, there's a tab actually. There's the, I don't know if you can see in the camera, so, yeah, you just peg it there and tab. Same thing for the other side. Flip this up, close it there, and peg it inside. And like this. Alright, we got it. Next up, you want to extend the leg up like this, slide it forward, and move this one like so. And what you make sure is to tab the white peg inside of the purple like this. Do the same thing for the other side. Slide the leg forward, move this up, and close it back in. Alright. Move this up. Turn the thighs back like this, and bring the legs back forward again. So, as I did earlier, just move the knee and twist it all the way around like this. Next up, you want to flip this and flip the leg like this. And, oh right, you can't move the waist right now. So, you're gonna unpeg this, and move the whole torso forward. Close the tail fin, and unplug it, and move it back. This is gonna clear to this. And, like I said earlier, just unpeg those. And like I said earlier, I don't know if you can see in the back, there's absolutely no way you can just wedge your fingernail in there to take this out. And, oh my god, I actually did it. I have more fingernail than I actually thought. So yeah, you have to pull this out. Usually I just shove my knife inside of here to push the piece out. But this time, I think I pulled a miracle. Sorry. Alright, next you slide the tail fin down. And you want to slide it all the way down and make sure it goes all the way. If it just appears like this, it's not good. You just keep shoving it down some more. So, still not good. So, it's really hard to do. Really freaking hard. Because that piece is solid. Yeah, like I said, hard. Alright, I got it. Then you push this back in, flip those in, and then the arms. Flip this down, flip this out, turn the wrist all the way around, put the wrist back in, make sure the gray panel is here, and close this back in, and fold this down. Same thing on the other side. Move this inside. Oh, forgot to twist the wrist around. It's really important. And now somehow, like that wrist, this is hell of a tight. Alright, so we flip this like this. And then you bring the arms inside, like so, and make sure the purple panel goes on the side. So, like this. And then you put it back in. And now we have this down. Next up, you can move the head down, make sure the flap right here is passed through here, and move it back. So the flap rests on the back of the head like this. Alright, next up you're gonna pull the whole reactor out, Gonna turn this only for clearance and pull this all the way up. It's really hard to see because it's all pitch black, but you have to pull this out. And then you close those back inside, like so. Move the wing down only for giving you some clearance, and close. Oh wait, I forgot. As you pull the reactor out, we're going to open those up again. As you pull this out, those tiny flaps right here, you need to open them up completely. It doesn't seem like much, but it does miracle. And then you close those flaps down again. For real now. And then you place those. Might want to open those wheels up only for clearance again. And then you close this back. Make sure again those tabs right here goes into the holes. And make sure also that you raise the reactor up, because there's a flap right here. And it goes down, and this gives clearance for the head. So, peg this in, peg this in. Alright, almost done. Next up, you want to flip those down, flip this on the side. Sorry about that. Almost done, almost done. Then you flip. Now that the backpack is clear, move the wing up, move those up. Now you can move the whole waist all the way around. And the torso unpegged again, so put it back in. Right. In the peg hole, in the peg hole. Alright. Alright. Move those wheels all the way around. And now you can move those flaps down on both sides of the legs. And close the legs together and try to peg them. So peg those up, peg those up. Flap those up. It's all panel lining, and it's kind of hard. Well, it's not hard, but it's like you have to peg them all at the same time almost. It's really weird. Alright, then you can bring those panel and close it down. Same thing here. Alright, we got this. Now you can move the wings all the way down, like so, and wrap those down. Oh wait, I forgot. Those purple flaps goes like this. That's why the wings wouldn't want to close down, so make sure those ties are really perfectly aligned, because those flaps need to tap inside of the ties. Alright, so now you can close the wings down. As you close the wings, remember when I opened those up earlier, they need to go over with the tab right here and clip and hold the wings. So make this on the other side too, like so. Alright, and as you close the wings, they flap over each other, and you can see there's a tab right here and a hole. Well, the hole is here and the tab is here, and they clip inside and they hold each other perfectly. Alright, almost done. Oh wait, I forgot those flaps. We open those and clip those in, put those in, and then close the wings. Alright. As you can sorry about that. As you get here, you want to flip those wheels down. They're really hard to pull out because there's not really a lot of ledge to hold on, and hopefully you have good fingernails. Then you flip this down, and as you flip it down, you need to peg the bar back. You need to peg the bar back inside of the hole of the wheel, like this. So now all the wheels rolls. Same thing on the other side. Move this down, and as you move this down, you want to peg this in, like so. The peg is really solid. Alright, there's another step which I'm I'm not too fond of. You see this black panel right here, you need to pull it out, but it's incredibly hard, and I feel like breaking it every time I tried it. There's no actually way to pull, so it's just like this. I just pulled it right, and that side is hard as hell. I need to wedge my fingernail down inside and try to pull it, and this side is so tight I can't. But on this side, I just did it. There's nothing tabbing in it or anything. It's just coming it out. Alright, and the front, now, you flip it on the other side, like this. I like to push the reactor in as you place it over and in. Oh. Like so. And you can flip those wheels down, like so. And bring the cow catcher down. And now we have the train, which is freaking awesome. To me, that's my favorite alternate mode. The shuttle is really good looking, but there's too much panel lining. As for the locomotive, the panel lining is all black, so it's not as bad as the shuttle mode. Those panels right here are the worst looking ones, but it's still an amazing locomotive. I love this mode. This is my favorite of its transformation. The robot mode is absolutely incredible, but the train mode is just freaking nice. I think it'll look good next to the how do you call it, the Heart of Iron from Mastermind Creation, with the Optimus in the train and the Shockwave as a boat. I think he'll look good with those. And just for ending, those little black pieces that came with the bag, I'm gonna take one out if I can. All right, and these tiny pieces goes over that hole right here. So you want to be extra careful and wedge it in like so. So it covers the screw, which is actually pretty good looking. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Pull this out. And whoop, wedge it in. And there we have no more screw left to see. So, yeah. This was my video review for the Astrotrain from Toyworld, which is Evila Star. Weird name, but it's a freaking nice transformer. The engineering is just insane. There's a lot of panel lining. That's my gripe with this figure. In train mode, it's not as bad because the locomotive is it's all crazy. But the shuttle mode has lots of panel lining, which I'm not a big fan of. But the locomotive is just crazy insane, and the robot mode looks so good, so much articulation, and it's a great figure. I highly recommend this. Yeah, so this was my review. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot you can peg these cannon on a train. So I'm not a fan of like a armored up train, but yeah. All right, so this concludes my review. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.